Good morning, students. Today we are in part 12. In this part, we are beginning our 7th chapter, Pronouns. 5th and 6th chapters are not in this semester, they are for second semester. Let us begin. Take your textbook, a pencil, and be ready. A pronoun is a word used in the place of a noun. Pronoun is one of the parts of speech which we use to replace a noun. Example, Hina is a teacher. She teaches class 8. We have used the pronoun she in the place of the noun Hina. A pronoun is used to replace a noun mostly because we don't wish to sound repetitive by using the same noun several times. Since a pronoun replaces a noun, it has the same functions as a noun. The noun that a pronoun refers to directly is called its antecedent. Which noun the pronoun refers directly is called its antecedent. Look at the two versions of a sentence below. First, let us ask Lina if Lina will help us. Second, let us ask Lina if she will help us. In the second version, we have replaced a noun Lina with the pronoun she. Lina is the antecedent of the pronoun she. See two more examples. First, the children laughed and shouted as they ran around the yard. Here, children is the antecedent of the pronoun they. In the second sentence, this is Mita's book, put it in her bag. Here, Mita is the antecedent of the pronoun her and book is the antecedent of the pronoun it. We are moving to our first exercise. Underline the pronouns and identify their antecedents in the following sentences. You can see total 12 sentences in this exercise. In these sentences, first we have to underline the pronouns, then have to find out their antecedents. Here, first and second, I have done for you. Let us see. First, does Tara know that she has to speak in the assembly tomorrow? In this sentence, she is the pronoun and the antecedent, the noun which the pronoun shows is Tara. Tara is the antecedent, she is the pronoun. Second, we told Anil that he had been selected to join our team. In this sentence, he is the pronoun. The noun that the pronoun shows Anil. So Anil is the antecedent. Like the same way, you have to underline all the remaining pronouns first, then find out their antecedent. Remember, antecedent always a noun. Here are the answers. First, does Tara know that she has to speak in the assembly tomorrow? She is the pronoun and Tara antecedent. Second, we told Anil that he had been selected to join our team. He pronoun and Anil antecedent. Third, my neighbors have a noisy dog. It barks all night. It is the pronoun dog antecedent. 4. If you see Namit, give him this pen. In this sentence, him is the pronoun and Namit antecedent. 5. Hi Pinky, can you come here please? You is the pronoun Pinky antecedent. 6. If the children have had breakfast, they can go to school. They is the pronoun children antecedent. 7. We called Meena several times, but she did not come. Here she is the pronoun Meena antecedent. 8. Palak has been working hard and now she is ahead of the class. She is the pronoun Palak antecedent. 9. Ami told Zubin that he enjoyed his singing. Here are two pronouns, he and his. Amir is the antecedent of the pronoun he and Zubin is the antecedent of the pronoun his. 10. The employees are organizing a function in the office tomorrow to honor Mr. Sahu, who completes his 25th year in the company. Here his is the pronoun Mr. Sahu antecedent. 11. Before you buy canned juice, check its expiry date. Here its is the pronoun canned juice antecedent. 12. When my cousin presented me a little puppy, it was only a month old. It is the pronoun little puppy antecedent. Copy this exercise neatly to your notebook. Types of pronouns. There are several types of pronouns. Let us study some of them. First one, personal pronouns. We use personal pronouns in place of the person or people that we are talking about. The personal pronouns in English are I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. This table shows the uses of the personal pronouns. We use the first person pronoun I and we to speak of ourselves. The objective form of I is me. This we used for singular number and refers both gender. It refers the person speaking. The objective form of we is us. This we used for plural number and both gender. It refers the persons speaking. The second person pronoun you is used to address the person we are speaking to. The objective form of you is you. This we used for both singular or plural and both male or female. It refers the person or the persons spoken to. The third person pronouns he, she, it and they are used when we talk of anybody or anything else. The objective form of he is him. This we used for singular number and for male. It refers the person spoken about. The objective form of she is her. This also we used for singular number and to female gender. It refers the person spoken about. It, the objective form of it is it. This we used for singular number and for non-personal. It refers the thing spoken about. The objective form of they is them. This we used for plural number and for male, female and non-personal. It refers the person or things spoken about. A pronoun can be the subject as well as the object of a verb. Personal pronouns may be the subject or the object in a sentence or a clause. When personal pronouns occur as the subject of a sentence or clause, we use their subjective forms. They are I, we, you, he, she, it and they. See the examples. Raja went to play cricket. In this, Raja is the subject of the sentence. Second, he went to play cricket. In the place of Raja, we use the personal pronoun he in the second sentence. Here he is the subject of the sentence. We use objective forms of personal pronouns when they occur as the object of a verb or preposition. These pronouns are me, us, you, her, him, it and them. Examples, mother took the children home. Here, the children is the object of the verb took. In the second sentence, you can see that in the place of the children, we used the pronoun them. Here, them is the object of the verb took. As we can see from the table above, gender is applicable to only the third person singular pronouns he and she. He we used for male gender and she we used for female gender. It refers to non-personal entities and is considered to have neuter gender. It we used for non-personal gender. Examples: he was not telling the truth. We asked him to own up. Rina was late. I told her to hurry to the bus stop. Switch on the oven. Heat it to 180 degrees. The pronoun it can be referred to a variety of things. It is used for things without life. We can use it for the non-living things. Examples: take the cake, put it in the fridge. Did you look for it in the closet? Secondly, we can use it for animals. Atul lost his dog, it ran away. The bear has escaped from its cage. It is used as a temporary subject when the real subject follows. We can use it as an introductory. It is important that you listen. It was apparent that she was angry. It is used when speaking of the weather or time. We can use it when we speak of the weather or time. It will rain today. It is quite late. It is important to use the objective form of a personal pronoun when it occurs as the object of a verb or preposition. If the pronoun occurs as the object of a verb or preposition, we should use the objective form of a personal pronoun. However, errors are common when such objects are joined by conjunctions and or. Examples: the sports teacher has asked you and me to meet him after school. We do not use you and I. There is food for Rita and me in the fridge. We do not use Rita and I. Remember that when two pronouns occurring as the subjects of a sentence are joined by and or, we use the subjective pronoun. If it is the subject of a sentence, we should use the subjective form of pronouns. Jatin and I went for the show. We do not use Jatin and me. You and I are in this together. We do not use you and me. Conjunctions like than or as join clauses which are often understood and are not stated. To know whether we should use the subjective or objective pronoun in such sentences, we need to complete the clause. If the clauses are joined by using the conjunctions, firstly, we need to complete the clause to know whether we should use the subjective or objective pronoun. Examples: Suri is shorter than I. The complete clause is Suri is shorter than I am. Secondly, Mini is not as naughty as they. The complete clause is Mini is not as naughty as they are. Here I and they are used subjectively. However, than also functions as a preposition. In some cases, we can use than as a preposition. Then, if we consider than as a preposition, the sentence should have been Suri is shorter than me. Pronouns that come after prepositions as their objects are always objective. The pronouns which came as an object of a preposition, then we should use them always objective. Example: this is Namit's pen. Please give it to him. Here him is the object of the preposition to. Please wait for me. Here me is the object of the preposition for. I met Linter Pease on the flight. I sat next to him. Here him is the object of the preposition to. We are moving to the second exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct pronouns. Here in the brackets, you can see the pronouns. Read each sentence and identify whether we have to use subjective pronoun or objective pronoun. Then take your pencil and fill in the blanks with the suitable pronouns from the bracket. Here are the answers. First, both you and I knew the answer. Second, we had as many trees in our garden as them. Third, you promised to take Harsh and me to Shimla. 4. Rashmi and I attended Shama's wedding. 5. Can you dance better than them? 6. He was kind to my brother and me. 7. If I had to choose between Gaurav and him, I would choose Gaurav. 8. You are surely more talented than them. 9. You and I need to talk. 10. Sita or I will help you. Copy this exercise also to your notebook and underline all the important points in your textbook. Try to include the examples with the exercise.